Alrighty, guys. So just like that, we have another day in the books for the stock market and for SoFi stock, which the stock market did pretty poorly today. We closed red on all the indexes, but SoFi ended up going up. We had a 1.6% green day, up 10 cents on the day for SoFi stock. So in this video, you guys know the drill. We're going to break down the charts, how the markets did, my thoughts on SoFi, where I see it going moving forward, key levels. Again, you guys know the drill. This is nothing new. So if y'all find value, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and don't forget to follow me on X as well at Stocks Talk Stocks, link down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Take a sip of your coffee. Of course, we have the water as well. Take a sip of your water, stay hydrated, guys. And with that being said, let's dive into it. So pretty interesting day across the board today. Like I said, we had all the indexes down across the board. We had the Russell down 1.3%, the S&P and the Dow each went down about 0.2%, as we had the Nasdaq go down 0.6%, and the VIX somehow, went down again 0.75, 0.7% in that ballpark, as the metals ended up going up. We had gold up and silver up about 0.9 to about 1%, and a lot of stocks did not do well today, which I'm sure you guys saw. We're not going to focus too much on stocks other than SoFi in this video, but I'm sure you guys saw we had a lot of red across the board. So let's talk about SoFi, break down what's going on, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do, and what happened today in general. So you guys can see the first half of the day today was comprised of a lot of red and selling in SoFi stock. You guys can see we opened up at about $6.55, saw a lot of volatility out of the gate. This thing ran up to about $6.60, back down to about $6.45, then we spiked back up to about $6.60, then we coasted down from that point. You guys can see if I pull up this intraday again, you guys can see we hit $6.50, then we coasted down to about $6.40, then once 1:45, 2 p.m. hit on the East Coast, we started rallying pretty aggressively into the the latter half of the day. Really, the last 2 hours of trading is when we rallied. You can see we went from 642 all the way to about 672, which was a nice 30 cent rally. Geez, guys, which was a move of around 5%. And now we are selling off a little bit in the aftermarket as the markets closed just 5 minutes ago. So SoFi is, well, looking like it's trying to break out on the intraday, although on the 5-day chart, guys, we're nowhere near breaking out. Let's be honest. I mean, we're still in a downtrend here. Yes, we are above the moving averages on the 5-day, 5-minute, but we are still clearly within this downtrend. And for all we know, this here could be a lower high in the making. This could be a dead cat bounce. It could just be a simple little relief rally before we do start selling off again, if we do get fully rejected at this 5-day, 5-minute. And I almost bought more shares today, guys, but I'm not going to lie, I missed the entry point. Again, like I showed you on the intraday chart, we rallied massively at about 2 p.m. And I was looking at SoFi, didn't pull the trigger in the middle of the day as it was downtrending. Then all of a sudden, I put my computer to the side for about an hour. I look at SoFi, and it's ripping. I'm like, there goes the opportunity to average down a bit more on the position. So I'm just going to wait. I'm probably going to wait until maybe tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Maybe at some point next week after Thanksgiving. By the way, happy Thanksgiving, guys, which it's in 2 days from now. Hope you guys do have a great day with your family, your friends, all your loved ones, right? So we'll see what this brings next week. But overall, again, I was so close to adding more, but it just ran away from me. I wanted to buy in the, let's say, 620 to 630 range, and even at 640 I was looking at it, but then it ran like crazy. So yeah, SoFi is one that, of course, is on the watch list. You guys know I was buying it about a week ago and some change last Friday. I bought more, or I initiated my position, not this past Friday, the Friday before that at $6.80. I added more at $6.92, and I'm looking to buy more here in the lower mid sixes and preferably under $6 if it does end up getting to that point. But overall, guys, even though we had a green day today, I would consider the Bears winning, or I would argue that the Bears won the day today. Let me explain why. If you guys look here on the 5-day, 5-minute, we actually took out the lows clearly from yesterday, the day before that, obviously the day before that as well. So the fact that we hit 640, let me zoom in, which we hit that at about 1:30 p.m. on the East Coast. The fact that we hit 640, which is clearly below the lows from yesterday being about 660, that goes to show the bears are still well in control here in the short term, even though we ended up rallying, which is awesome, which is nice, the fact that we rallied. But look, we did not rally above the highs from the pre-market yesterday. Now, if we start breaking above those highs on the 5-day, 5-minute from yesterday, day before that, all right, maybe we start doing something like this. That could constitute a legitimate rally, but we're not seeing that right now quite yet. Like I said earlier, this could be a dead cat bounce, a little relief rally before we end up getting rejected again at a lower high, and who knows, maybe going even lower on this stock, which I'm loving that. I want that to happen as I want to add more to my position. But for those short-term guys and gals out there that want to see this thing go up in the short term for a trade or whatever, maybe you have some call options. It's not looking the best right now. Not looking the best. And obviously, if it got rejected, you would not be liking that as a short-term bull here on this stock. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And on the 4-hour chart, that descending triangle is still intact, guys, which we've covered time and time again here on Sofi. It's actually slowly playing out. If I show you guys this again, boom, you guys see that descending triangle. We're slowly breaking under that 660 marker. Again, we did that earlier. We hit 640. So keep your eyes on the continued downwards pressure here towards the mid sixes, low sixes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And did you guys know you can actually get a free share of Sofi stock and 5 other stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000 with only a $100 deposit? So use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Get your free share of Sofi and 5 other stocks, again, with just a $100 deposit. And listen to this, guys. If you fund your account with at least $1,000 on top of those 6 stocks you just got, you get 10 more stocks, each of those up to $2,000 as well. So get your 16 stocks from Moomoo, link down below. And of course, that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel, guys. I appreciate you all as always. And with that being said, cheers. Let's talk about the markets quickly, then we'll wrap up the video. As again, like I said earlier, we had a red day across the board today on the NASDAQ, S&P, Russell, Dow, you name it. Yes, all right, fine. Gold, silver, those went up. And maybe oil went up on the day, which I actually did buy. I bought more XLE today, which you guys can see all my moves in my private Patreon portfolio. If you guys want to check that out, I started building that a couple of months ago, earlier in this year. Actually, more than just a couple of months ago, with just $50 a week. And that portfolio is growing pretty nicely. So check it out. Shameless plug, Patreon, link down below if you guys want to see how that, little portfolio, it's kind of an experiment portfolio, if you will. If you guys want to see it, how it's performing, that is linked right down below. Again, shameless plug on Patreon. So oil is pretty much at break even now at $77 a barrel. Nothing crazy going on there on oil. Actually, wait a second. Did it get down to about 70? Where was that? About 72 a barrel. Oh my gosh, guys. When was that? A couple of days ago? Yeah, 5 days ago, it got to 72, and now we're actually crawling our way out of that hole, which is nice. $77 a barrel is where we're at. So we'll see how oil does moving forward here. And SPY, let me pull that up and show you guys what's going on. This is actually still looking, of course, very bullish. Even though we had a red day today of about 0.25%, we're still looking very bullish overall. And it looks like we're just consolidating a bit, pulling back a little bit, and we're above, what, 452 now, which was that high from back in the end of August, early mid-September. So that's a good sign that we're holding that point. But I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't looking at the possibility of this gapping down to about 435 to 440. That's a real possibility here, guys. As indicated here on the 4-hour chart, we could easily gap down, in my opinion, to this old resistance from back in the middle of October. Totally possible on SPY. And triple Q, let me show you this, guys, is obviously breaking out. We have a golden cross. We're above the moving averages. We're at a fresh high on the 4-hour chart, but we are getting a bit stretched, and today it went down 0.6%. Could this go to 380? Could we consolidate there for a little bit? I think that's possible. I think we could easily, find support in the lower mid 380s, coast there a little bit. Then who knows where it's going to go from there, guys. This is all just a guess. I mean, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. Obviously, I'm not a fortune teller, or, if I was, I'd be the richest man in the world, and so would you guys. So would you if you knew exactly what was going to happen, right? So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on X at Stas Talk Stocks, and I'll see you later.